right, so we're recording now. Thank you for joining Cast of the podcast for the sweet soul and tones of no, fuck that shit.
That's funny.
Oh, I already cussed. We're already cussed. Not even 20 seconds in here, and I already dropped an F-bomb.
Way to go, Josh.
Well, I mean, we're watching the movie. We watched the movie Vamp this week, and if you can't deal with the F-bomb, you can't deal with this movie. I'm just saying.
There's a lot of things you can't deal with if you can't deal with this movie.
You can't handle it.
I really don't even know where even to go with this. This is something different. This is something way different. I don't know.
So this is a bi-pick movie because COBWEB brought it up in the past, in the recent past. Actually, now is the recent past. 5 seconds from now. So when I said that is now the past, and this is the future, but this is now also the past. Because, anyways, so COBWEB brought that up a while back, and then we were talking the other day. He's like, "So what's the next movie we're doing?" And I was like, "Let's do that Vamp." So Deb, you can blame that on both of us, COBWEB and I.
Don't put me into nobody's safe space other than my own. Don't be pulling me down with this ship. Okay, no, this ain't gonna be that type of night. Deb, don't be mad at me. Don't be upset, because I'm about to tell Josh that those great words that I love to say every week.
What?
Can you hit that intro?
Warning. This podcast is about the horror genre, specifically horror films. As most horror movies are filled with coarse language, violence, and/or gore, the topics and language of the cast of the pod will also reflect the genre. If you have any issues with the aforementioned warnings, please press stop. However, if you have no issue with adult language, movie violence, or the accoutrement that accompanies horror films, please feel free to continue. You have been warned.
Sorry, I had to flex the pecs and the.
Yeah, I was noticing this. What is you got tattoos? What are those? Look like mushrooms on the side of your arms and in the inside. What are those? Like
I've had these for decades.
What is that?
I got me a Hatchet Man over here.
Okay.
And I got me Tech Nine's Strange Music over here.
Oh wow! Look at that. I bet you that hurt like a son of a gun.
It was a very interesting feeling. Not as bad as high upper thigh. High upper thigh close to the crotch area is very sensitive. Very sensitive.
I wouldn't want that, And then, what's really sensitive? Right when you get to the back of that kneecap, on the back side of your knee, that inside bend. Yeah, that's.
Have you seen pictures of his leg? He has it from the high thigh all the way to his ankle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my whole right leg's basically done.
Well, this would be some stuff I can see when I see Aaron this month.
And in the high back of the thigh was so much worse than I thought it was going to be. Because you sit down all the time. You don't think that. Look, I'm going to move the mic next time because it looks like I'm trapped. I can't get to our people. But the high back part of the thigh was interestingly painful. Interesting. I wouldn't say painful, just interesting.
Ain't you special? What are we supposed to be doing this week?
We're talking about Vamp, but I mean, there's not much you can say about this movie. So
what are you talking about? There's a lot you can say about Vamp. Okay, there's a lot into this movie Vamp. I mean, come on, dude. We got Grace freaking Jones in this mug, Ooh. And it's pretty funny, and it's pretty fucked up too,
Who?
What?
Who's in this movie?
Grace Jones.
Who?
What?
Grace Jones.
Grace Jones? What did I say?
Mike Jones?
Oh,
that's right. That's the down south Texas thing.
Okay.
Oh.
You don't know Mike Jones?
I've heard the name before, but nothing in particular. I mean, you talk about Mike from down the block, from them Jones kids. Come on, man. I'm in Chicago. You know who Mike Jones is out here?
You don't know 281-330-8004?
N-O-P-E. What is this? What is this?
You couldn't hear that?
No, I didn't hear it. I don't know.
This? Okay, now I'm stopping the pod just to go straight into this.
What?
And how do I share? Look, where's my share button? There's my share button right there. Right, Deborah, we had to share?
Yeah.
All right, so click this right here. Right there. Hit share. Turn this shit up.
Are we still recording?
You don't know Mike Jones?
N-O-P-E.
No, that will be pod homework for all of us.
No way am I sitting up here.
Yes.
No, I'm not going back to the do-rags and white tees, okay? I'm not going back to that style. I'm good over here. I was never into the white tee, do-rag, hip-hop.
Right now, Matt Martinez has his hand on his forehead. He's like, I can't believe this shit.
No, he's not. Come on, man. Who really liked white tee, do-rag, hip-hop?
A lot of people for it to be a thing.
It did. A lot of people like that style. I mean, I think Lil Wayne was the king of that shit, right?
Oh no, different world. To completely Mike Jones. Do not. Oh my goodness.
He had a white tee and a do-rag on. What the heck do you want from me? He literally had that on in the video.
You just judging the man by the way he looks?
Yeah, I'm superficial like that.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to judge your book
You don't
by
know
its
still
cover.
tipping?
No, still tipping. Who? I've heard that beat before. Is that his song? Yeah. I'm good.
Yeah, man. How about
Mike Jones.
who? Mike Jones. You don't.
COBWEB. Web.
I have never.
COBWEB. Web.
I've never been so hurt, let down.
Hey, Josh. That's
Hey,
that's 2 bars right there.
You know,
Podcast is over.
in podcast school and all that, you're not supposed to have all this gear and all that blocking you off. That's what I was saying earlier, that I'm separating myself from the audience. That's what you're supposed to. That's what you're supposed to do when you don't care about your audience and they're all strangers and all that. But all our people are our people. We know. They know.
Yeah, they okay with it. I mean, a lot of them
majority of them know who Mike Jones is, and would have got the who? Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones.
Mike Jones. COBWEB. Who? COBWEB. Who? I can see that as a hit. You ain't gonna get it, Josh. We supposed to be. See, this is what happens when you go off course. We supposed to be talking about this movie Vamp, starring Grace Jones. And who else was in this movie? What's the IMDb? Come on, give it to me.
IMDb. Excuse me. 2 fraternity pledges travel to a sleazy bar in search of a stripper for their college friends, unaware it is occupied by vampires. 1986. So, who's in this movie?
Yep.
Chris Makepeace, Robert Russler, Gedi Watanabe, and Billy Drago, along starring Grace Jones. Yeah,
That's a pretty dynamic cast, if you do say so myself. Honestly, tell the truth.
And
There were some
Gedi
people that's got
Watanabe.
some pretty good chops and that's had some pretty good roles in some other movies that played in this. You know,
Billy Drago was Snow, the albino.
right. He played in Untouchables.
Can you still say albino?
Sure.
Hey, why not? Everybody's got to be classified for something. Shit.
I don't know. But if you don't know who Billy Drago is, he's the guy that always has to talk like he's whispering, and he's always reading his lines like there's a giant card on the other side of the camera, one word at a time.
He does.
That's Billy Drago.
Right. He does that, but he's good at it, you know.
Yep.
And then the Gedi Watanabe, that's Long Duck Dong from 16 Candles.
Yep, there's another good one right there.
16 Candles. That song is kind of messed up when you think about it.
Yeah.
16 Candles.
Yeah, a lot of things are messed up in songs that people don't be tripping about, you know.
Old ass man singing about 16-year-old kid. That's neither here nor there. That's
And now he's been waiting.
Yeah, right.
Creeper.
Hey,
And then Robert Rustler was the guy from Weird Science, right?
Yeah.
that's right.
He was one of the
One of
bullies
the-
from Weird Science.
Him
Him and Robert
Iron
Downey
Man.
Jr. Yeah.
He doesn't have a license, Lisa.
I love that movie.
Crazy, insane.
Crazy insane.
I was crazy insane for this bitch.
Crazy.
And then what happened next? She kicked him in the balls. In the family jewels.
Oh
In
shit,
the family jewels. Oh man, that was bad.
that was
He
hilarious.
sounded like, what's his name?
Wolfman Jack here on Casting the Pod.
Oh my god,
No, but that was the old guy that he was talking to you.
Right.
He was like,
wasn't that BB King or something or whatever? I don't know.
He's like, I fell in love with this crazy 8th grade bitch. Because when he was in 8th grade at the time when he said,
Yeah, he was.
and then what happened next?
She kicked him in the balls.
Isn't it?
Who
In
else?
the family jewels.
Oh shit.
After we finish podcasting, I'm gonna go watch the movie.
Yeah, that. You know what? I'm from now on. This is just how I'm gonna talk on the podcast. It's just gonna be like this all the time. And thank
For the
you
whole
coming
night.
for watching Cast of the Pod. My name is Josh.
The
You can
fuck?
find all our social media at anything at Cast of the Pod. Don't forget Club 3P. There's the real motherfuckers right there. Because Club 3P is at patreon.com/Cast of the Pod. Fuck, that hurts.
I know it did. I'm sitting up there like, how long can he do this, Deb? He must be on 10 right now. Look at the side of his hole in his head. It's like a vein throbbing now and shit.
That is a scar. When I'm not- one of these days I won't have all the bright lights and you can see the scars of my face.
Oh shit.
In the family, Jules. And just-
It sounded really good.
Yeah, it did. All right. Who else we had in here?
nobody else important.
Nobody else
Sandy Barrett's
important.
in here, Dee Dee Pfeiffer.
The other guy was from Meatballs.
Yeah.
Okay,
Chris
now
Mason.
this is I think the second movie I seen with like Grace Jones in or something. You know.
She was in Conan the Destroyer,
Right?
and I don't know what else. Let's see. Let's bring it.
Boomerang. She's probably been in a lot more movies beside that.
She was in Boomerang.
Yeah, she was in
remember that.
Boomerang.
In that movie.
She was in the Avengers, the British Avengers, and she was in A View to Kill. That's right. She was Mayday in A View to Kill.
That's right.
before this
Right.
one.
Yeah.
The year before that, Conan the Destroyer and Boomerang in '92. She was Strange. Strange. How did they say her name? I can't remember.
Strange.
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 Oh my goodness. So, jumping towards when she makes her appearance in the movie, did you know the chair that she was dancing on, what that chair was?
That was supposed to be like a man getting a lap dance, right?
That was a life-size body mold of her boyfriend at the time, Dolph Lundgren.
Are you serious?
Yep.
That dance was something erotic, dude. And you know, that movie,
No, after she did that dance, we'll get to it in a minute. Let's talk about the movie. All right.
I'm down with this.
So it starts off with this like a Gregorian chant. They're taking him up into this church thing, and there's nooses, and there's a guy hanging already, and they're walking up. They're like, "Yes, ide Domine, dore sidis requiem," stuff like that. And special points if you know where that's from. So write me back on social media or something like that at Cast of the Pod. And if you know where the Iesuri Domine Dore Sidis Requiem, I can't hit that note right now because of the Wolfman Jack voice.
You did it to yourself. mouth.
I know. But if you know where that's from, hit me up. I'll find something special, something cool, something special. If y'all hit me up by the end of April. All right.
You get him a long time.
Yeah. So they get there, and then all of a sudden the tape goes crazy, and they're like, "Oh, well, you have to continue with the ceremony," and blah blah. And it's a bunch of frat boys.
Oh my god,
they're trying to get into a frat. And this is where I got mad because
Why?
because AJ's all like, "Look, y'all guys are losers. This is boring. Blah 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 blah." And then he turns to his friend Keith. And he's like, "Look, we just need them for their place because we don't want to be here no more." And he's calm, cool, collective, whatever. But he can't get into a frat. And they show that they're in the regular dorms with everybody else, and they're scared about getting wedgied and picked on and everything like that. You can't be both. You can't be calm, cool, collected, and whatever.
No, bro. I understood that whole concept dynamic from the get-go. Okay. First of all, when you're in college like that, it's hard to get a place off campus or something like that where you want to go at, because those things are taken up so quick when you get there, and then you're stuck in the dorm. Okay. And that was a freaking shit show out there. When he opened up that damn door and he said, I don't have any money to do this. He said, "You want to keep living here?" And he opened up the door and he says, "I got $82. I knew what kind of night we were in for then. Shit.
Hey, and $82 in 1986. If I do my math correctly, that's about $4,300 now.
Exactly. He was money rolling it, bro. He was money rolling it at that point. Shit. I would have got out that place was crazy.
$82 right now will get you a Happy Meal at McDonald's.
Maybe.
I could fill up the Jetta twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so they're there, and he's like, "Look, we are facilitators. We can get stuff for you. We want to be in your club so we can live in your house. Just tell us what you want. We can do anything." And then his friend Keith, that's a reoccurring theme in the movie. Don't say anything, say something.
That's right.
And that's something, in life too. I'll do anything. No.
Nope.
I'll do something.
Yeah.
And
like Meatloaf says, "I'll do anything, but I won't do that."
But I won't do that.
That's right. Do something. We ain't gonna do everything.
How you gonna know Meatloaf if you don't know Mike Jones?
Man, I don't even know Meatloaf songs, dude. I just seen him like in a couple. I seen him. You know where I know Meatloaf from? From Fight Club. That's it.
I can't get mad about that. I've heard that from other people before. So yeah.
Exactly.
Do you know that song?
But you know that song that we were just singing right now, though, right?
I don't think so. It just seemed like something to hum to. I was faking it. I was faking it.
Gotta give him the shake.
Hold on. For the different age groups and demographics that are listening, that's all cap. That's all cap right there. COBWEB knows who Meatloaf is.
What are you talking about?
Cap.
I don't know who Meatloaf is. I saw the thing, but I don't know his music. You can play on me. Look, no. We are talking about Vamp. We are talking about Vamp.
No cap, for real. Hey yo, and stuff like that.
No cap. I don't.
Yeah, I heard some kids downtown San Antonio saying shit like that. Yeah,
dude, man, I don't.
All right, so the pledge captains or the pledge leaders or whatever from the fraternity, from the frat, they're all like, "All right, so anything, we're having a party tonight. We need a stripper."
Bingo.
And then, so I lied to you and Deb.
What do you mean?
Because I told her I hadn't seen this movie. And then I'll tell you at the end what happened at the end. And I told you that I had seen this movie.
You did?
Right. So I
don't remember that.
So at the ending, I knew the ending, and I told Deborah, "Oh, this is what's gonna happen," before it. And then it was like, I have seen this movie.
Oh,
So, but I don't remember the beginning. I don't remember Grace Jones having an epileptic seizure on Dolph Lundgren's body.
oh my gosh, that was intense.
So they drive into town, and I'm telling Deborah, and chime in anytime you want, Deb.
Okay.
I'm telling Deborah here on the Cast of the Pod podcast that that's some bullshit. All they gotta do is get a stripper. Why don't they just go pay a stripper?
That's the whole
And
thing,
then-
bro. This is 1986, bro. It's not that easy just to get strippers like you wanted to back then, unless you went to a strip club, and it was not that much, bro. 86. We talking 1986. It's
So
not the
here's-
same as it is now. Okay.
Here's the line.
Now.
Here's the line that
Yeah.
saves everything. Keith tells AJ, "Where we can get to a stripper, the next biggest town is 200 miles away." So, as long as you don't do realistic math, they had to drive 200 miles because this giant college was in the middle of buttwater nowhere, 200 miles away from a stripper.
Yeah. Didn't you understand how this thing went? So you got to
so back
realize.
then-
Wait. Let me be clear about this. Okay. There's something that's like really. I'm not sure if you guys saw this part. Okay. When they got old dude, what's his name from 16 Candles, right? Yong Dong or whatever his name was. When they got him and they took that
Duncan.
car,
His name is Duncan.
right? And they went and took that car and they drove out there to go pick up those strippers, right, in that town because they saw that ad in the paper for it, right? When they started doing that spin out, they went into a whole different reality.
Man, you jumping.
What are you talking about? This is where we're at right now.
No, we hadn't even got to when they met Duncan.
I just told you when they met Duncan. They met him and took him in the car.
You jumped an important chapter.
That was oh, my bad. Spoiler alert.
And you know we always go exactly how things are planned here on the Cast of the Pod podcast. We never jump off the rails and jump all over the place. Never, ever.
Yeah, you're right about that. We tried to hold it together.
Because there's something I wanted to point out. So after they realize that they're 200 miles away from strippers, and they're on the phone with girls, very friendly girls,
Yeah.
right? Man, all together they came up with $168, right? Are you telling me a very friendly college girl back in the day wouldn't have done a striptease for $168?
Not if you're on campus. You ain't doing that junk because you don't want no reputation like this. This is 1986 again, Josh.
A local that's not in the college?
There you go, Josh. This is 1986 again. You don't know what this could have been a red state that they was in. You don't know. You know, this is where it goes nowadays, man. Come on, you keep forgetting one thing, dude. This is 1986. This is like a year after the Chicago Bears won our last Super Bowl. This is the first year of the rebuild.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I think it would be harder, like how COBWEB saying, because back then it wasn't as easy as it is now.
No, it's not. I mean, we had a little bit more morals back then than we do now, so they say. You know,
A little bit.
yeah,
Bit. You know what this is?
you don't show, you know, but yeah, they did. What the hell is that?
You put this in your dryer instead of putting dryer sheets. You put like 2 of these in there, and it keeps your clothes all static free and everything like that. But it also makes a good head scratcher too. That's why it's on my desk.
Oh my god!
You should try it, COBWEB.
Don't make me. Don't make me think.
Look. I know. We can do all the formulaic things, and this is how you grow your podcast, and this is how you whatever, blah 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 blah. Right? But
Right.
We like being ourselves.
This
And
is
we
true.
We like having our people that like us as ourselves and all that. So we could do the super generic formula, and this is what you need to say at this time, and this is what you whatever, or we can just be us, and I'm just gonna be us.
That's
Me
all.
too.
That's all I ask you guys to do. I mean, come on. I mean, come on. This is COBWEB the Great right here, man. This is no sugarcoating at all. You know, but obviously, you guys have. I think we all have different opinions about this movie. Did you guys like it? Let's be honest right now. I want to get this out in the open.
No, we get to that part at the end of the podcast.
God damn it, man. You know.
Me saying that we don't have formulas, and now I'm like, oh, well, at the end of the podcast.
Right, you just told me there's no formula, but then there's a formula. Deb, I know you, and you're a big vampire lore kind of chick. You love your vampire movies.
Yep.
Now, we've seen some bad vampire movies here in the past on Cast of the Pod. We just saw a pretty bad one.
Yes.
Like a couple weeks ago, okay? And this is
yesterday.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I'm talking about this other shit that ain't vampire stuff. About how when they first meet Gedi Watanabe with Duncan, right? So they're like, all right, we gotta go 200 miles away. Let's borrow a car. And they're both like, Duncan. And they go over there, right? And Duncan's got this whole room, fancy ass room of nerds typing up his report. You know, he didn't need nobody typing up his report.
He had them mugs they had him doing more than that. He had them jokers doing work for him, dude. You know what I'm saying? Right. He was like a little data collection thing going on up in there, you know? He was playing miniature. He was miniature golfing in there and pulling out meat trays and shit, you know, and
see, that's what made me mad. That's what made me mad.
That was a nice meat tray.
Nobody exactly. Nobody wanted to hang out with them. As soon as they were done with work, they're like, nope. And then
he had bagels.
I know.
He had bagels. He had wrapped meat trays with olives.
Right in 1986. Shit,
bro.
All three of us would have been sitting there on the couch.
Heck yeah, he had a meat. That platter. Let's be honest. That platter of meat trays was tight. He had the crackers on there. I saw the cheese. I saw the olives on there. I saw all that, the ham. And he had man.
It was a charcuterie board before charcuterie became cooterie with the shardy.
And he had the bagels cut in half too, didn't he, Deb?
Pre-cut.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna go off topic for a little bit.
Oh shit! Oh damn! We was just on time.
On my Facebook memories, I just saw just a little right before we got in here. There was a meme that said, "This is how my friends get me to go out," and then it says, "Oh, there'll be food there," and then they said, "That's why me and Josh are fat, because that's how our friends get us to go out." And then right now, I just said the three of us would be sitting on my couch,
eating the meat tray with his ass. I want it too. You in college? He must have been. Let me tell you something. He had to be a pretty low guy on the totem pole if you in college and you got food and they won't even hang out with you.
Which made no sense because they were there for to borrow a car, and he goes, "Oh, hold on," and he reaches up to the key rack.
A rack of keys.
One left. I got one left. That Fleetwood Cadillac red.
My God. Man.
And then he says, he goes, and now we'll talk about the fee. And they're like, oh, well, we thought, this was going to be more of a favor, as in we do something for you and you do something for us. And he's like, oh, okay. So one hand washes the other hand. And he's like, exactly. He's like, all right. So how about, we just hang out from now? And they're like, He's like, all right, well, how about we're friends for a month? And they're like, He's like, okay, how about you take me on the trip and then you just tell people we're friends for a week. They're like, all right, deal. I was like, fuck these guys.
Exactly. That was low, man. That was low. But you can see how he was, though.
I feel bad for Doug.
Duncan.
I did too. But, there's a reason why they didn't want to hang out with him. I don't know why.
You know what I was amazed by?
What?
So, and I'm going to say this quoting a movie. All right. In 16 Candles, he was the big lake. She get a married and all that, right? And this was 1986, and they didn't have him do any type of Asian stereotypes or anything like that. He was just straight up a guy.
Yep.
I was completely surprised by that. This is a horror movie. It's cheesy. It's 1986. You have Gedi Watanabe. And
I thought the whole concept of his character was, like to the concept that he's, mogulizing in school, and doing everything. I thought he was a pretty cool guy. You know, he dressed he was dressed fly and everything, you know, but people just didn't want to deal with his Asian ass. That's all.
Well, I was just amazed that the directors and all that didn't have him talking all like Long Duck Dong.
Why? That's Long Duck Dong. That's the two different characters. This guy's a genius.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They didn't give him any kind of accent. They didn't give him any, like, you know how 1986 was.
Yeah. 1986 was really racist.
Yeah, 1986 was pretty crazy. I ain't gonna front. You know, come on, man. I mean, He-Man was in his full prime. You know.
Have you seen? Look, if y'all haven't seen it, man, I wish I was prepared for this. But this is what happens when we do Cast the podcast, and shit just comes out wild. Have you seen the training people how to eat chicken McNugget video from back in the day when McDonald's first brought out chicken nuggets and they had to teach people how to use the dipping sauces and all that?
Oh my God. Vaguely.
I'm just saying.
They might. Oh my God, no. Man.
When the nuggets get in the sweet and sour sauce and they start growing Fu Manchus and have like swords and shit. I gotta look that up. Because I remember something like that vaguely, man. You know what? I can't. Come on, I go back to the McDOT days. You know, but anyway, what we supposed to be that are in the pod back in my day.
People
didn't know that you were gonna dip your nuggets. They had to show you the dip for the nuggets.
You know what? Let me tell you,
that was a long time ago.
Let me tell you something to show my age real quick, right? So I was at work and I was eating a Hot Pocket, right, for a snack, right?
Hot Pocket.
Right, and I was talking to the younger guy that was working with me, right? And he was like, telling me, yeah, I used to eat those when I was a kid. I said, we didn't have Hot Pockets when I was a kid, right? And he was like, really? He's like, what? I was like, why didn't you guys have Hot Pockets? He's like, I said, because we didn't have microwaves.
I remember our first microwave.
Right, we didn't have microwaves back then with Hot Pockets.
The government admitted that aliens gave that technology. I mean, oh shit.
There we go. There it goes. This is what happens when we're supposed to be talking about Vamp.
I'm just saying, look, has microwave oven technology changed from back then till now? No.
Nope. Has it improved?
Have phones changed and improved? But microwave ovens haven't? Not that they were originally created as pulse energy weapons to use against the
Let me tell you something, Josh. That may be true. That may be true. Because it's scary out here, bro. Where did that come from? You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, we got a microwave out of the blue. They just come out of the blue. We got microwave problems out here in this world. You know what I'm saying? The biggest thing they ever did with the microwave and changed it was that they told you that you don't have to stand so close so that they don't mess up your balls. People used to have them.
Yes.
Right. At one point, they were talking about putting microwaves in your doggone bathrooms so you could disinfect your toothbrush. You know? So, I mean, like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Back to 1986, people.
I did not say that. That was not me. The thoughts and views of whatever came out of my mouth right now have nothing to do with it. Wasn't me.
This was Deb, do me a favor.
What?
Look, as we going through this, do your Googles. We haven't pulled out your Google, Deb.
Google as Deb.
What was popular back in 1986?
What was what?
Popular in 1986.
Okay.
Right. So,
not having AIDS. Look. This is back in my day. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Look, I remember when Pepperidge Farms came out talking about they remembered shit as a TV commercial. But what, Deb?
So I put what was popular back, and it came up what was popular back in the 80s.
No, we wanted precisely 86.
Yeah, but it still said.
It knew it automatically as she was typing it up.
Yeah,
they'd be listening. Before she tells us what was popular in 1986, let me give her a little time right there to Google. For the youngsters out there used to be a dietary aid.
Oh, dietary aid, Josh? Please tell.
called AIDS. It was called AIDS, AIDS.
Oh my gosh.
And it was chocolates. And it was supposed to help all these people lose weight and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I remember my grandmother, God rest her soul.
Oh my goodness.
Big lady. And she was talking about getting AIDS. And she was gonna buy AIDS. AIDS. Right? And I remember seeing the TV commercial all the time. I don't know if it was like an infomercial or what, because I was a little youngster, right? And if you're wondering why I'm like right here, I'm looking at you talking at the screen. I should be looking at the camera as I tell you this. And then next thing you know, you don't hear about AIDS no more. And then all of a sudden, you had to be careful. AIDS is killing people. And I was like, all they have to do is quit eating the chocolate. People were talking about how dangerous AIDS was. And my child mind was thinking, well, don't fucking eat it then.
I used to think the same thing when they used to say they need to stop selling drugs and kids shouldn't buy drugs and drugs was bad. And I used to say, I don't understand. But if they want to stop the drug dealers, the drugstore's right there. It's Walgreens, it's the drugstore. So, right.
Yep.
But that's it, man. Come on.
Find anything yet?
Wasn't that
the first thing that came up was about the space shuttle. And then it reminded me of what you said about the movie.
That was the Challenger, right?
This movie started filming the day the Challenger exploded.
Oh, shit. Wow, that's fucked up.
I told y'all what happened to me, right? In 1986 in elementary school?
No,
me,
what happened?
yes, I don't know about.
No bullshit. I don't know if we've talked about my paranormal experiences or my belief in extrasensory perception and whatnot. But I got in trouble in school because I didn't want to watch the shuttle take off because I was telling them they were all going to die. They were all going to blow up. They were all going to die. And as they took me to Mr. Guzman, not Mr. Guzman, he said Guzman, even though it was Guzman. As they were taking me to Mr. Guzman's office, right? Because I was crying. I was like, they're all gonna die. They're all gonna die. I don't want to watch them die. It blew up. And I remember them taking me through because we had it in our classes and all that.
Dang.
Right? And as we're going through the cafetorium area.
Yeah.
Right? They had it on a big TV up there.
Everybody was watching that in school. I remember watching that back in school.
And then I still got sat down in the principal's office and they asked me what was going on. And he was all like, well, of course he's going to think that. They just saw that. The teacher's like, no, he was saying it before it happened. And he was like, what do you want me to do?
Right, what do you want me to do?
They still called my mom. They called my mom. She went over there. She chewed them out. She's like, really? This is what you're... She wasn't surprised that I could see the future. But she was surprised that they bothered her.
About it.
About it.
To let you know your child is special.
Yeah. Then I got my ass whooped for doing something.
You got your ass whooped for that?
Because they bothered her.
Oh, what the fuck? That's just the fucked up... that's some 1986 shit.
Yep.
That's some 1986 shit for real, man.
Yep.
Man, that was like coming off the whole thing with the Tylenol dude, right? Because that was like...
people are dying with Tylenol.
Yeah, that was out here. They was dropping dead right next to each other.
They were spiking it. Yep. That's why we got the seals on the top of shits now.
They never caught the guy that did that.
Man.
They never caught who did that shit. To this day, they still don't know.
Okay, 1986, we got A&W cream soda.
Ooh, that was good. I remember that.
Azteca.
What?
Adidas Azteca.
Adidas Azteca?
Yeah.
Azteca?
That's what it says.
What are those? I know my Adidas.
I think that's around the time they got the contract.
And Atari 7800.
Oh, yeah.
The 7800 dropped. Oh, wow.
1986 also.
Adidas Azteca was... Man, Deborah, you're getting on that international football. That was the big thing in soccer that year. That was their FIFA.
Oh,
that was.
I can't really find anything.
In France and that man.
We got Beanie Babies
in '86.
Beanie Babies was in the '86.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. That was like '96, Deb.
That was like the Pound Puppies. Maybe you're thinking Pound Puppies. So whoever you're getting that off of Wikipedia, somebody put that on there.
Right. Come on, Google Deb. Josh, okay,
And
so
then it was also how do you say the Chernobyl
Oh yeah, that was
power
some
plant
shit.
disaster?
Still going on now.
Yeah, that was a
Chernobyl
big
for
one.
life, fool.
That was a big one. Should you say Chernobyl for life?
Was number one?
What movie are we talking about now?
What movie was number one in 1986?
What?
Top Gun.
Highway to the Danger Zone.
Yeah.
How much did things cost?
Not much.
An average cost of a new home was $111,000.
Oh,
That was
shit.
average?
That was average? How
What
many
neighborhood
bedrooms?
were they in?
Driving your car to and from that home would cost you an average of 93 cents a gallon.
Okay,
Oh,
we're
okay.
done. We're done all with that. Now we're
Okay,
getting to Cobweb's part. We're getting to Cobweb's part, and that is exactly something I wanted to talk about.
What?
I kind of thought they were dead.
When?
They died in a car accident.
No, I didn't think they died in a car accident.
Because when they took that turn and the car is just like, and it's spinning around, right? And then all of a sudden they're in a whole new dimension.
Yep.
Another dimension. And they're in an alternate reality or something like that. Or they're in hell where there are now demons and albino angels.
I didn't take it like that. I thought they were just in another. They just went in. They was in a different realm, bro. Where they were at was not normal. That was just a completely different area and everything. Because the police didn't even like coming down there. Everybody knew to get out of there by a certain time. You have to get the hell up out of here before it get dark. You know what I'm saying? Because these vampires be coming out.
So they spun out and they ended up downtown Detroit. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. And then they showed it up at that doggone bar. Right, and that was the one guy was supposed to be Runsfield or whatever his name was, right?
Renfield, yeah.
Renfield, right? The maitre d', right?
So this is my other.
What's the problem?
Well, then they run into these street thugs.
Oh wow!
When they go to that restaurant,
yeah,
right? And the old man. He's all like, we close at dark. It's already like midnight o'clock.
It's past us. He should have been closed.
If he was a regular, he knew they were supposed to be closed. You know, and then here comes in the albino gang.
Man,
right?
I know, girl with them badass teeth. Woo!
Oh yeah,
man. You talk about what was she smoking?
Meth. She was all methed up.
Her teeth was jacked up.
Don't do that.
There was so many things wrong with her teeth.
So
all at once.
AJ's like, nope, don't do that. Don't play that way. And she's like, hey. He's like, hey. She's like, hey. And then she goes to stick her tongue out, and the three teeth point out before her tongue does.
Oh shit, it did.
No, but here's the thing. When you got teeth like that, you know how I look. Mine are all jacked up right here in the front and cracked and everything like that. And I know.
Well, that's her. Dude, come on, bro. Bro, she's sitting up there sucking on a lollipop. She know the damn well that her nasty ass teeth. She shouldn't have been sucking on no lollipop because that's why her teeth was jacked up like that anyway.
She went to lick her lips and her teeth were so big and pointing in so many directions that her fucking tongue went off-road like a Bigfoot truck. Had to shift gears to get around that tooth.
Oh man! I mean, they were like 3 different colors. You know, this guy's teeth. Her teeth look like that fucking Halloween candy corn.
I found. Look. When I was a little kid, right? I was out of my grandfather's house. Right, went into the shed, found this old ass rusty handsaw, jigsaw, right? And I started cutting into concrete with it, right? And after I spent way too much time cutting into concrete, not realizing that I was on rebar, the metal and the concrete, right? The teeth on that saw look better than the teeth on this chick.
And she almost fit me because he got mad. Like, you hear him? He upset because he don't like me because of my teeth.
But here's the thing, though. It's snow, and the 2 girls, they ordered 6 coffees.
Yeah.
Right? And then he gets into a street fight with the gang leader, AJ, and he grabs him by the nuts. How are you going to be a street gang in this urban, New York looking, Detroit looking, town, and some college boy comes out and shows you up in front of your ladies? That's a weak ass game.
Bro. This is back in the, wait. This is something about the 80s you guys don't get it yet. It was okay back in the day in the 90s for a man in a fight to grab another man's nuts. Okay? I don't understand why they did that back in the 80s, but that was common. If you get into a fight, some guy could grab your nuts. I mean, like, come on. And you're like, this is where we're at right now.
This is the rule. A stranger gets in a fight with you, you don't know him from Eve. You don't know what's going to go on. You don't know. You do what you got to do. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So we grab him by the nuts.
Low down and dirty and cheating. You don't know this person. You don't know their intentions. You're not fighting with your friends or anything like that. And if you have to grab a handful of sack and give it a twist, and yeah.
And then he gonna make him drop the knife. He gonna make him drop the knife and start dancing around with his ass in the kitchen in the restaurant.
But you gotta be careful though. If you're reaching down and you grab the guy's junk like that,
right?
And then somebody else walks up behind you and they touch your shoulder, and then all of a sudden everybody else is shaking, and then the guy flinches and then just flips you over with his junk like in wrestling.
What?
Don't tell me you ain't seen that. What was his name, Deborah? We had him here in town one time.
I don't remember.
I completely forgot his name. But he got wrestling Me Too'd out of the business. Allegedly. What are we talking about?
We're supposed to be talking about vape, man. Not vape, vamp. Woo! It's been one of them days, man. Right.
Oh man.
Okay. Let me drive this in. Okay. So they finally get to the bar, the strip club, right? And these strippers are like really doing erotic shit. It's like not really like a strip club. They call that like a gentleman's club because there was like no nudity consistently like that. It was just more or less, Burlow type dancing or whatever, kind of like a stripper feel.
Yes.
But I saw Bush a couple times and other things as well.
But I mean, I don't know. This is what I got mad about. I legitimately told Deborah, I was like, I want a job like that.
Well, when you work at a strip club?
I've worked in clubs over the years and all that. But I mean, the guy where he's like, all right, coming next to the stage.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be an announcer for a club.
No, but I mean, that guy was like the maitre d / doorman / ringleader /
cockroach eater.
Cockroach eater. Yeah, that was the Renfield part. Like he was eating roaches and he was drinking Katrina. That was her name, right? Or Karina.
No, it was Katrina.
Drinking her blood. She was just feeding him enough just to keep him around. And the thing is, the number 2 guy after him was Vlad, and he was hundreds of years old. How's he going to be the henchman's henchman? But so
he wasn't that smart.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Touche. Let me digress. Going back and thinking about it, I was telling Deborah, I'm like, man, this guy's stupid. All you got to do, go up to the maitre d' guy, go up to the announcer guy, and be like, look, I need a stripper. I need a stripper and send her bodyguard, and we need to go to a college thing, and this is how much I got to pay, and then whatever else she makes over there, she makes over there. That's all he had to do. It was none of this.
1986.
Man, fuck that.
You talk to the chick on the side, and that's that, and she directs you to what she can get. He thought it was going good. She called him back, Grace Jones. That dance by Grace Jones
was horrible. They shouldn't have filmed that. They should have got her immediate medical attention.
Are you serious?
Somebody needed to go up and then take a wave brush and hold her fucking tongue down to make sure she didn't swallow her tongue.
That hairdo.
Because
There was so much going on.
They turn her on her side so she can breathe.
Man, she was full of herself in this movie, dude. There was pictures. Every picture in the movie of a woman on a wall was Grace Jones. Okay.
Well, you know why, right? Her real life best friend that did her paint job and painted the body of the chair also did the artwork for and Grace Jones supplied most of her own clothes and all that.
Well, that wasn't that much to
supply. This was an ultra low, almost no budget film.
Bro, that outfit she had on, it was
curly cues.
Yeah, that was something different. I don't know. It was
with her paint job and all that. She was supposed to model Daryl Hannah from Blade Runner.
Okay.
Remember Blood? And then I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And then I went and looked her up, and I was like, that looks nothing like her. Just her hair was kind of shaped the same.
Yeah.
Well, she had white paint, and then she put
Daryl Hannah was just pasty white as she was, but she had blue and black.
Pasty white.
Yeah, that wasn't makeup. That was the lack of melanin. I can never say that word.
She was not that white.
Daryl Hannah?
Yeah.
What you talking about? You see straight through her ass.
Her skin was so see-through you could see her thoughts.
Oh shit.
She used to get sunburnt in the dark.
I ain't saying none of this, y'all. Don't I want her people coming out. Allegedly.
Ladies and gentlemen, this shit's just for entertainment. Them's just jokes.
That's all it is. They just jokes. Okay, so you didn't like the dance?
No, the dance was fucking horrible.
Deb, what'd you think of the dance?
Deborah, what'd you think about the dance?
I thought it was weird.
Everybody there didn't know what the hell they saw. You know, they were just like.
Afterwards, she quits dancing, and everybody's like, for those not watching on YouTube or on Spotify, you can get this video on Spotify also, by the way. Everybody was like in shock. Everybody's just like they're quiet, and then bravo, shut the fuck up. You in a titty club, and it's a gentleman's club. And there's so much gentlemen, they're balling up the bills and chunking them at them at full strength.
In the beginning, when they first walked in, that's what the guy was doing.
Oh my gosh!
And all scrunched up.
You know, it was crazy though when she took them back in there. You know, there was so many signs that they were vampires. You know, every single time, somebody gets drunk and passed out and take them out, they just been sucked up. Somebody ate them. In the club. And then it was like when they walked in, you saw them like they were putting on their makeup, and it was somebody like they was supposed to be like a booth for a mirror that you would see, but it was actually somebody sitting across from you, like you were in the mirror.
That was cool. That was really cool.
Like that.
Yeah, that was pretty hard, man. I mean,
I didn't even get it when that's happening. Deborah's like, "Oh, that's cool," and then later on, when AJ, spoiler alert, gets turned into a vampire, he's like, he was a vampire for like 14 minutes, and he's like, "Oh, my soul is tired, and you don't even have a reflection." And he's sitting there reaching through the fake mirror, and he's like, "Shut the fuck up with your brand new vampire powers."
Wait, they gave him a list. I had it somewhere around here. They gave me a list.
They gave him the rules, the vampire rules, printed out on a page.
Right, they gave it on a piece of paper.
It's 1986. It was probably one of those laminated cards with the real small print on it.
Flip it over.
Oh, that was another thing. Let me see your IDs when Duncan and Keith go in there.
Right.
Oh,
and he takes the ID and takes a wallet, and he's all like 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. Then they show the Visa card. He's like, "All right, you're good."
Dude, this is 1986, man. Come on. Remember,
all they had to do, and Duncan would have thrown in another $2 because Duncan spent more than that there at the club.
Yep.
He was getting no, you didn't have to spend that much at the club. The drinks were $1 unlimited. All you can drink for $1. So he wasn't spending that much money. And they were drinking and they were drinking the High Life, baby. They was drinking the champagne, the beers. You know what I'm saying? That's when Miller High Life was the shit. Okay, 1986.
Not AJ, but the other guy. What was his friend? Who was his name?
Keith.
The waitress girl was bringing him beers too.
Yes, she was bringing him beers, and she's like, "You don't remember me?" And he's like, "Nope." She's like, "You don't remember me?" "Nope." And then all through the fucking movie, and I know the writer who also wrote like the Expendables and stuff like that. The director, he ended up doing Expendables 1, 2, 3, and 4 and all that shit. That was trying to build suspense about who is she? Is she possibly a vampire? Is she possibly a vampire? There's even that scene when they leave the pawn shop and you see the security mirror. What do they call it? The monkey ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wasn't in the reflection.
Yeah.
Did you ever have one of those?
What?
A reflection.
No. Yes, he has a reflection. You have a reflection, right?
Right.
I don't know if it was the name of the company or what, but it was called a monkey ball, and you put it on your monitor on your computer. That way, you know if anybody's walking up behind you.
Yeah, I never got one of those. I didn't get one of those.
I was given one.
Oh, hey,
I don't know if that's what the big mirrors, those big rounded security mirrors, were called, but I remember the little one about this size that you'd put on your monitor. Not that I ever had anything on my monitor that I needed to make sure that there was nobody standing behind me watching me watch what I was watching.
Yeah, you know what? They also did.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna get through this, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to get sooner or later. We're going to get through this movie.
For those of y'all that don't know, not only do we pod for y'all's entertainment, not only do we pod for the community that we feel from y'all, and that's no bullshit. I feel a community with y'all. I feel a community with the 2-3 of us here. But that was gonna be my point. This is also how we talk to each other. This is our communication. So not only, I mean, we just record it, we throw it in the podcast.
Pretty much. You just say, we're just saying, you guys are just in it for the ride. Definitely for the ride.
And thank you for joining us for the ride. Come along and ride on my fantastic
voyage. Wait.
COBWEB, we were supposed to continue that.
I'm sorry. I had something written down here.
Go ahead.
Okay, it was about girl. Josh reminded me something. You know, like when they was trying to play it off whether or not she was a vampire or not. They pressed that like all the way through the entire movie. Even like
all the way to the end.
Right. Why was she sitting up there when he cut his hand and she kissed the blood off his hand and sucked it off of his finger or something like that? Why would you do that in the middle of a vampire?
And not only that, when they're climbing out of the manhole cover, right? What did he tell her? He goes, hun, can you come over? Why are you calling her hun? So come to find out that they played Spin the Bottle back in 6th grade.
Yeah.
And she's mad because they met at summer camp and knew each other a whole 2 hours, and then she was mad that he didn't remember her.
Yeah.
AJ did.
AJ never got a chance to realize it was her.
Yeah, he when he saw her for the first time, he called her by her name, and then she looked at him.
AJ was probably trying to bang her. That's why he remembered.
And she,
hey, you're Lucy McGee.
She looked at him, and then she looked at what's his face, like, see, and she even said it in the movie. She's like, AJ probably remember me.
Yeah, she was loose though. She was loose. Her strap kept coming down throughout the whole time.
Thank you for catching the yeah.
Yeah, she was loose. She was ready to go. She was good to go. Weird. She took him back to her place. You know?
Dude.
No, they went to go look for AJ.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, AJ goes to the back, right?
Yeah.
And now that we're an hour into this shit, AJ goes to the back, and Grace Jones does not say a word for this entire movie.
Nope.
She wanted to play a vaudevillian silent movie type and all that. And so he's like, so we need a dancer and you seem to be the one and blah, 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 blah. Please go have a convulsion in front of all our friends that we're trying to get an apartment with. And I'm thinking, it's already night o'clock. It's pitch black outside o'clock. You know, you got 200 miles to go for this party. What time does this party end? 10 o'clock tomorrow?
They just doing it, bro. They doing it. I think the party was the next day.
No, it was that
No,
night. It was that
at
night.
10
The
o'clock.
party was tonight. When they're doing the.
They said we need a stripper for tonight. 10
Oh
p.m.
my
Boom.
gosh.
Yeah.
That was kind of crazy. That didn't make any sense when you think about it.
So she doesn't say nothing, and then he just lays down, takes off all his clothes, and she gets on top of him, and it's like, and he.
She took his clothes off of him. She helped.
Well, he
She-
took them off.
But both of them did.
Yeah.
In real life, her fake teeth broke through the fake prosthetic on his neck and really cut his neck.
Jeez.
So some of the blood you see is his real blood.
Oh my gosh. That was a gruesome vampire transformation.
Yeah.
I see hints over the years that were used probably in Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
I see Queen of the Damned. There was a very much. She had one outfit that was really nice, really vampire, Egyptian, old
Yeah.
school, whatever. And it's like you should have let off with that. The stupid curly cues and the white face paint. And ironically enough, most people that know of this movie remember the picture of her white face paint, her
With the
red
red
hair,
hair.
and the red lips.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
The outfit
but-
she had at the end was dope.
But
Yeah, I was
yes,
gonna say that outfit you're talking about, and then she just had like a little bit of makeup. She looked really pretty.
well, because Grace Jones by herself is pretty.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that outfit, like she looked really, really pretty. She was very beautiful.
Is she
Yeah.
still alive?
Yeah, I think so. Strong J's probably
No.
still out there kicking it. Because let me tell you something. That when she started transforming on him, you know, I was like, oh shit, her toenails got all long and shit, you know.
They're all curling.
Oh man, and he couldn't do nothing to stop her. He was trying. And then when she just jumped down on him and just started eating him like that, you could just see his life just draining out of his eyes, you know?
Literally.
Whew.
And so then they find out that her assistant, that Asian lady,
Yeah.
was prettier than any of the dancers in the. I mean, he should have tried to
Get her?
get the Asian lady, the assistant. I only say Asian lady because there's so many ladies in there. That's the easiest way to describe this one lady. But her
Yeah.
assistant, he should have tried to get her assistant to be the dancer back in the whatever.
Well, she was just a new girl. She was new. She didn't know because she was supposed to follow the rules, but she didn't follow the rules.
And
Yeah.
that was the thing. You're supposed to get strangers. You're supposed to get people that that don't come in with nobody.
Yep.
Vagrants, vagabonds. What are the words? They
All of
use?
those.
And then she ended up getting the guy that had two other guys there with him.
Yep. Man.
And then, what was her name, Deborah? Grace Jones' name? Katrina. That scene when her assistant's back is to the camera and Katrina's there like, oh, it's okay, making it look like it's okay. And then all of a sudden, whack, you see the blood stains on her back.
Yeah.
She through the front and tore her heart out.
Oh, it was still beaten?
Yeah. But
that
I
was
mean,
crazy.
but you actually see the blood on the back of the shirt, through the shirt.
Yeah.
That was cool stuff, especially since there's not much. It's not very graphic heavy, because even the teeth later on when they're in the not the subway, in the underground, what do you call it, the sewers.
Yeah.
Her teeth look bad. You could tell that she had a bad mouthpiece, and her teeth were almost like old girls.
Well, maybe it was because you said that her teeth had broke.
Well, it was something. I mean, they were showing like she was at a different state, you know, and it was like she was like full. Man,
Like
dude, let
Arizona.
me tell you something. First of all, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna back up. Not even that far. That attack that she did on him was done very well.
Which one?
The whole thing,
the-
her eating him, the whole
Oh yeah, the big chunks of the blood and
the flesh, and that was dope.
It was.
It was dope.
And when she first transformed, when you saw her teeth and everything, she kind of reminded me of her like transforming into a werewolf. Like it gave a werewolf type because her mouth like stuck out.
And that was the bad prosthetic teeth. That's what.
But it looked badass.
It did look badass. It was.
They
that was
could have
dope.
made this movie. It was a comedy. It's a horror / comedy, but they could have made this a dark, scary horror movie with just a little bit different effort, just a little twist here.
Yeah, they could have, but they had fun with it.
This movie did have one of the scariest scenes for me, and I know Deborah got a little like with it too in
Which
a
is
movie
that?
ever. The scene where if you've ever worked around equipment elevators and lifts like that, where you don't have that safety door there and you actually see shit moving as you're going by and all that, when he's there and he fell and the elevator starts closing up on him,
Yeah.
and then he grabs that fire extinguisher, puts it there, and just sneaks out. Like, it looked like it was about to catch his hand, and he was like, "What?"
He was in it.
That was a good.
That part had me on the edge of my seat.
When that's the part when he knew shit got real. Okay, when he looked up and he saw, he was like, "Oh shit, this shit got fucking real, real fast."
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that fire extinguisher, he'd have been done.
Yeah.
Did he walk out of the elevator or did they push him out? Because I know they went to the 12th floor.
He walked out thinking they were on the 13th.
And then she's like, "No, wait."
And then shoot, the door closes. And I thought old guy in the elevator took her and got her, and like he was in on it.
Too.
But nope, she just left. That's also one of the things that makes you think: is she a vampire? Did they let her out? Is she in on this whole thing?
Yeah. It was a lot to it, man. I like the way they played it.
Yeah,
I did too.
And then here comes the snowflake gang or the albino gang. Or
Oh
whatever.
my goodness!
They get done. They get worked. One of the best scenes though. There's that little girl with the stringy hair that's just there always with the doll. And you're oh, Deborah even went, oh, and then later on in the movie, the big albino guy, right? He had that He-Man haircut, that Prince Valiant haircut.
Yeah, he did.
Right, dude. He went to Creep Zone USA. He's like, "Hey, little girl."
Yeah, he did.
And she just hops up, looking like the rabbit from Monty Python.
She grabbed him. She grabbed him on his arm.
On his arm, and then he's spinning around, and you know that was a kid. You know that was a real kid, and they harnessed her to his arm or whatever, because he spun around and he tried to shake her so many times, and it looked like she was holding on like her mounting vest or something like that, and just her teeth were there.
Oh god! It just dropped on her ass. She was
hit the ground.
Bitch, get the fuck off me! Right.
He was all spinning around like pinwheel, spinning around.
Oh my god. That motherfucker was done in by a 3-year-old. Did you see the milkman come out of our house?
This movie is horrible. This movie is bad. But the stuff in here that's good in this movie is good.
Remember when she was sitting up there, she was like, where she's at, right? And she went upstairs and then the milkman came running out the house.
I didn't get that.
Yeah, when she was sitting on the front porch. And when she finally
I saw it, but I didn't get it.
Yeah, because mommy was upstairs getting some dick from the milkman, you know?
Milkman, and it's now.
Because they said, "Where's your mom?" And then she ran inside, and then I forgot her name, the waitress.
So
I hate when parents do that.
It was 86.
It's just a 1980s joke of the milkman's coming by to hook up the mom.
Right. That's all. Deb, come on.
Milkman.
Deb, they sent me to school with a key around my neck to get in the house on a shoestring.
You got a key?
Yeah.
I just had to wait outside.
No, I was a turnkey kid. I had my key to my apartment around my neck on a shoestring.
Yeah.
Turnkey kid.
Yeah. It was horrible. It was horrible with all that independence.
Oh yeah.
And that's why they have to make Stranger Things, the movie, like in the 80s and shit like that. And that's why you had to do Stand By Me or the hood version, Boys in the Hood. You want to see a dead body? Boys in the Hood is nothing but Stand By Me, but in the hood.
Yeah, the black version.
Yeah. Same thing. It's just,
Coming of age movies are always good.
Yeah.
But I mean,
y'all did not even appreciate the effort I put into that fucking joke.
What? Was it a joke? I thought it was like real.
Dead body. Oh, yeah, true. I mean, it is. Yeah.
And then, okay.
Whatever.
You know what's good and bad at the same time?
What is that?
So like all the times that they were hiding back then, we didn't have cell phones. So they didn't have to worry about their cell phones going off.
Well, that was one of the things I was trying to get to that I was thinking. Thank you for bringing that back up, Deb. Yeah, you can't do that movie now. Talking about when we were latchkey kids and stuff like that, having that independence, walking around, doing stuff, and you're supposed to be here, but you're really somewhere else. You know, just digging in the trash or trying to.
Dude, that shit was so fucked up. Okay, let's get back to this part right here when they was chewing them up, messing with them. When they got all these people got messed up. No, wait. The whole sewer system scenes. When he's running around through the sewers and everything else like that, it was something out of a floppy disk video game or something, man.
Doom.
Yeah, it was
Wolfenstein 3D.
Right. It was like something that we used to play in homeroom or something like that. Turn left, go up this street, you know, go through. It was a bunch of weird ass characters. You know,
the old guy he ran into at the end that had the rat.
Right.
Deborah asked me this: did he bite the rat? Because he had the rat up to his face, but it kind of looked like he kissed him. But at the same time, when he moves the rat away, you hear like a.
Right. I thought he ate the rat.
And it looked like he had blood on his
He's
lips.
like, I found my friend.
He was living in the sewer off of rats. He was a vampire eating rats.
That was just Michael Myers in that stupid ass Halloween's Dead movie, whatever. When fucking Michael Myers got killed by a station wagon mom and her.
Oh my gosh! Don't.
Fuck that movie.
Tarnish my hopes and dreams.
The first time he was in the sewers and they closed that thing, the
manhole cover on him.
Cover, and then he went to another one. That part did scare me when his hand comes out. The
other hand comes, just grabs him.
And he's like, ah! That part did make me jump.
There's some good jump scares in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, he literally gets out of the sewer just to go back into the sewer again.
Well, that was the safest place.
So
yeah,
we're an hour and 11 minutes into this. I'm sorry that I derailed the train so far, but getting to the parts that I didn't like. So they can't capture Duncan and Keith, who are drunk in their club.
Wow.
They can't capture them there. You know, so they bring AJ back to life.
Yeah.
And AJ's
how did
there.
They do that if he was already dead?
I don't know. I don't know how they did it. Right. And what was he? Jeez, that whole thing that didn't even make any sense.
So here's the thing, right? These are the dumbest, worst. I mean, AJ's a vampire for 47 seconds, and he has all the vampire rules.
I want a piece of paper that he lost.
And here's the other guy with Vlad talking about, I haven't had a drink of alcohol in 75 years, which means he's been a vampire for at least 75 years, right? And they beat this entire coven, this entire den, this entire gang of vampires with 2 glasses of brandy.
Yeah, they did.
A bottle.
A Cavassier.
Yeah, there you go.
They had a bottle of Cavassier. Half a bottle of Cavassier. And a lighter. He had a big lighter. He was warning them off with a big lighter.
And then boss man maitre d' guy, and with just a regular little.
Right, he had a Bic. And he was like, Bic and way. And he was like,
and so here's the thing. No. And Deborah's like, no, the whole club's on fire. Fuck that. It's still no. Hold on. It's still 3 o'clock. It's dark outside, right? And they're there in the club, and he's there in the club office, and there's like 4 trickles of flames, no bigger than my thumb, on the wall. He's like, yeah, I miss the good old days. And they're already giving up on life.
He didn't want to because he wanted to go to Vegas, and Katrina didn't want to go to Vegas. So
but Vlad and all the other vampires and shit like that weren't on fire, they're just sitting there, just like, I'm gonna wait till this fire gets me.
No, they never really showed if they died or if they took off.
They were all dead. Dead.
Yeah, that's right, Josh. He didn't kill all of them. He just did enough to get away. You know.
Yeah.
That's all that was. because a lot of them tried to go to bed, but he got all those. He killed them all in that one room. And why would the fuck would all them damn vampires have that damn kerosene in there?
Yeah, three 50-gallon tanks,
barrels of kerosene.
Kerosene, no lid, there. They were huffing kerosene.
Right? Why would you have that in your crypt?
You still smell like the whore that you ate at the club. Here, take a bath in kerosene. Whoa.
That made no sense at all. When he had one barrel, I thought, okay, that's it. When he said the other two, it's like, how did he have so many?
They put it there for the movie.
He spilled one over that filled the whole little indented section that was like a little mini pool. Blunk, 55 gallons into there in all the coffins. Blunk, 55 gallons down the stairs. Blunk, 55 more gallons. Man,
there was a lot of things wrong with this movie, and that was it.
Then, and I know it's a movie, and I know, just like you're saying, right? He's like, the match throws one match. If you ever, I mean, that's that's how it is. When you don't want a match to stay lit, it stays lit. But just one match through it.
Sometimes that's all you need.
No.
Ironically enough, I was making me some ramen noodles, right, for this movie, and we have this one burner in the back far right, that never lights. You got to get a piece of paper, light the paper, put it back there, right? And I wasn't paying attention. I thought I was lighting the one in front, right? And I'm over here, tick, 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 nothing, tick, 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 nothing. I'm like, man, this one always burns right. And I turned it, and I just kind of left it there for a second, and went to get the pan, tick, 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 and then it goes, boom, and I like 4 inches on the side of the stove this way, and then some little bit of that way.
Oh shit!
And I was like, "Oh, okay,
yeah."
Okay. And then this movie has that boom, and it wasn't like a big thing, like whatever, Catch Me on Fire or anything like that, but it was enough to where you heard the whoosh, and the, you know what I mean. And it was just,
See,
okay,
see, they get. Wait. Let me. Here we go again.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! You learned today. Wait. As another segment of I need to get my shit together. Josh, do you have a fire extinguisher at home?
No.
We do. We have one little fire extinguisher. We do.
Sink. Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. One under our sink.
Yeah.
It's a little one. It's not a full size one. It's a little kitchen one.
When was the last time you checked it?
Yeah, it's probably about 10 years old.
Would you bet your life on that son of a bitch?
We bought it when we came here.
So you've had it for over 10 years? Right.
Yeah.
I don't have one either.
I really wish you wouldn't have said that shit. Now I'm gonna have to go out to Walmart after this.
Right, because this is the other realm of we need to get our shit together.
What are you talking about? What movie is this?
Vamp.
Okay, let's get to the end. They're in the sewers. He's got his bow and arrow. We didn't even talk about that at the beginning of the movie when AJ's there. That's some good friendship. That's some good friendship right there. That AJ's on the phone. Did you notice he walked in with the payphone, holding the whole fucking payphone?
Yes.
I don't know if in places you could do that, like there was a long ass cord or whatever, and you just carry the payphone, or the director was like, "How are we gonna have him with the phone?" They're like, "Fuck it, have him carry the phone, the whole payphone." And somebody was like, "That can't happen." He's like, "It can in this movie."
Hey, it's a college dorm. What do you expect to happen? This is 1986, dude. They were hazing and doing all that shit.
Yes, but here's the cool thing: their friendship. As he's talking on the phone, yeah, I'm looking for strippers. Blah 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 blah. Reaches over, gets the apple out, puts it on top of the little mini fridge like that, and here's Keith on the other side with the bow and arrow. Splits it in half. AJ grabs it, chunks him a piece, and then he starts eating a piece. Keith didn't even catch him off guard. That was the whole plan. You cut this apple in half, and as soon as that happened, I told Deborah, I was like, "Watch, it's gonna end with the bow and arrow."
Yeah. So do you know this? In a vampire movie, what's the odds that you see a vampire?
In writing, that's called a Chekhov's gun. If you show it, that means you have to use it.
Yep.
And so we knew that was coming up. But so he shoots her with the arrow, doesn't kill her, whatever, because she's a badass vampire. She's like the queen vampire, right? So what does he do to defeat her? Uses his bow to reach up to the top of the sewer and knock off one 2x4 in front of her, then one 2x4 behind her, and she's like, right? And then he reaches up in her shadow zone, in her safe zone, and reaches up like, oh, excuse me, hold on, wait a minute, okay, almost reaching it. Let me step on my toes. All right, then now you're dead.
It was not that long.
No, it was the timing of this movie. You had to accept it by that point. Okay, this movie had a lot of timing issues. The things took a lot longer than they should have been taking at times, and they had terrible concept of fading into black consistently. They didn't have any transition of how to go to the next scene, so they just faded to black and started the next scene of the movie.
Yeah, lazy editing.
Right? What did you think they were going to do? Oh, fade to black. Next scene. What? I mean,
and then Deborah's favorite scene of the movie. She burns to a crisp, completely dies. Just her skeleton, no muscle, just there's some tendon on the skeleton.
Yep.
As the hands reaching up like that, and then just shoots the bird.
Yep.
Deborah's rolling, just rolling. I'm like, you like that shit? She's like, it's funny.
It was funny.
I guess that was them embracing the comedy.
It was funny, Josh. Bonafide. When they tried, let me tell you something. When they tried to do something funny, they nailed it.
Yeah.
They nailed the funny part, and when they tried to do something gory, they nailed that too. Anything else in between, it was all up for grabs. Okay.
So then,
but didn't they do that in Terminator?
No, that was a thumbs up. That was a thumbs up.
Well, maybe that was like their. Instead of doing the thumbs up, she
gave him the finger.
In Terminator, the first one, he's reaching towards her and all that, and then gets smashed, and then it just falls. But so movie's over, vampire's dead, and all that. They're crawling out the manhole cover, and it's like, "Hey, hun," and she's like, "What?" He opens it. She's like, "It's bright." And then she just kind of looks at him like, "Really, motherfucker? You still don't believe me?" And he climbs up. And he goes to help her, and then boom, she gets pulled back into the sewers, right? And it's not Michelangelo, Donatello, and Leonardo. It's Vlad, dumb fat old boyfriend, right? So he survived. Maitre D guy didn't.
But they never.
Grace Jones didn't. No. Here's the thing. So and he's standing there, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere. He gets run through, right? Am I remembering this right?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's AJ, who they thought they killed earlier, who thought he unalived himself with a piece of wood in Keith's hand, right? And this is the part when I told Deborah, Formica. I know I've seen this before. And she's like, what? And he goes, I thought you died. And he goes, it was Formica, not real wood. For those of you who don't know that Formica is not real wood.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
That was pretty bad. But old dude was able to kill one vampire with a stiletto.
Yeah, the stiletto had real wood in it. Bamboo.
Just go with it. Just go with it. Just go with it. At this point with this movie, what can you expect?
Maybe they stabbed him in the heart. They stabbed her in the heart.
She was like, you hurt my heart.
I don't know. I can't explain it. I could not explain this ending to you in this movie. How that worked out. I mean, why it took Odu so long with the bow and arrow, to pull the trigger. I think I don't understand that. Maybe he wanted the blood to roll down to get. I don't.
Yeah, that was something that was kind of cool. He's pulling the string back, whatever the yaw or whatever you call it on the bow, and it's cutting into his finger, and then the one drop of blood hits his shoe, and she's like, "What?" And thunk, shoots her in the mouth.
Yeah,
like, really, guy.
Yeah,
really, guy.
He was waiting for her to move her head away from.
Just a little bit more for a cleaner shot.
Yeah.
But then he was also, I think he was also contemplating if, like, how to do it timely if he's going to shoot her, because he already had saw the board on the top.
Yes.
With the
science.
So he was like trying to figure out in his head, like, where do I hit her?
Man.
Yeah.
He was thinking about banking it off the corner, hitting the roof, bouncing off the, all Hawkeye.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it was all good.
The apple, so he was like a really good.
So here's my bad horror memory stuff. So I remember that, right? And I always thought it was like one of the 976 Evil movies, but where he's walking underneath them and they're walking over the top and they're going to the same thing. That was my bad. All these years I thought that was it.
Oh.
He was like, follow us.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. As they walking, he's walking underneath them under the sewer. I'm like, this really makes no sense at all. It really makes no sense at all. 1 minute this dude's talking about like he can't control his hunger. I can't do it, and then next thing you know, he's like, hey, we could just do this and we're okay. I mean, he was even going to give him some of his blood. Remember when he asked him? He's like, just take a little bit right now just to get you by. They were friends.
Maybe he had already fed. So once you feed that first time, maybe, I don't know. Like maybe once you feed that first time, then you can be able to control it.
No.
I don't know, Deb. It didn't make too much sense to me. But
so,
I mean,
I do want to point out, anybody that's still listening, an hour and almost 30 minutes in the movie. How long was the movie?
Hour and 30 minutes.
An hour and 30 minutes.
Hour and 30 minutes.
An hour and 33 minutes for the movie.
Right.
Talking longer than the damn movie. But for those of y'all that have listened all the way through, 1 hour, 26 minutes, 46 seconds into this, we have a phone number you can call. 786-podcast. 763-2278. So 786-763-2278. Leave us a message. Because right now I'm looking at 2 different calls here. The first one is from Sticker Mule, the company we use to make stickers. Okay, don't want to talk about that. Let's see. The other one is Vital Imaging Center. That's apparently a wrong number because that's not in Miami. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So somebody in Miami who used to have this number, 786 podcast, call Vital Image Center because they need to talk to you. If you happen to be the previous owner of this number and you listen to Cast the Pod podcast, please call Vital Imaging Center, the Miami location, because they need to talk to your ass about something not all that great.
You know what? Hey, Josh, what was that giveaway we had too? What was you talking about that video?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Where is it at? Fuck, where did I put it?
Yeah, we talk about this good stuff at the end of the show for those people that stick around.
Yes, for the real ones. So it is in a, ironically enough, beat up, tore up case. Limited run of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, signed by Gunnar Hansen. Right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
From my personal collection. This isn't, I've had it for years. I can't even remember where I got it from.
All I'm saying is more to come.
Yes.
More to come. But what's that here? What's that here? Yeah, what's that noise I hear in the background, Deb?
I don't know. There it goes.
That's it.
I really like that. I wonder what had happened if Wolfman Jack. Doom. It was not quite the same.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
Oh man, I'm gonna keep on going with this voice. You know who that reminds me of?
Oh.
Rocket Man. So we used to work with this wrestler, and we were at a place, and the guy that ran the place had a very colorful and creative way of remembering people's names wrong.
Oh, wow.
Like, he didn't even know their names. And there was this one guy that would jump out of the ring, and this guy, he was like, "Ah, man, that's Rocket Man. Rocket Man, is he gonna be here at the show today? Rocket Man." I'm like, "Who?" "You know, the guy, the bald guy that just did." I was like, "Oh, you mean Sean?" "Yeah, Rocket Man." I was like, "His name's not Rocket Man, but he jumps out of the ring, he looks like Rocket Man."
Are you serious?
Yes.
And, yeah, but he was kind of Wolfman Jack with the way he would talk, but he didn't have this to his voice. It's Rocket Man, you know, Rocket Man. I was like, "That's not his name." Man, Rocket Man.
What was his name?
Sean.
He called him Rocket Man?
But the wrestler's name is Sean Hernandez.
Okay.
You might remember from LAX and stuff like that, you know. But for whatever reason, this one guy, man, Rocket Man. Where's Rocket Man at today?
Oh, my God. Oh, my
Sounds
God.
just like him.
He does. I can see him in my mind.
All right. It's
o'clock.
Right.
Doom o'clock.
Let's get this,
o'clock.
guys. Come on. Stay on point.
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
first.
Josh.
You know why?
Why?
Because when this airs,
Nope.
Okay.
That's the one we recorded last week. If that's what you're thinking.
so this is gonna air next week.
This will be the next week.
Oh man.
This one will be on the 13th.
Okay. That's what's up.
Never mind then.
All right. So this movie was a fun movie. I don't know if I'll ever want to watch it again, but if it's playing in the background, I'll let it play in the background. I give this movie a 6. It was fun. 5 is it's all right. 6 is I'll let it play again. 4 is a nope, not gonna watch it again.
Right.
0 and 1 is a if I see it playing somewhere else, I'm gonna be like, "Can you stop that, please?" No, all right, call me when it's over.
Yeah.
But this is a 6. Background, okay. That's it. Nothing fancy. No, not trying to be funny. 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Who's next?
Cobweb, you can go.
I give this movie a 7.
All right.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, actually. I thought it was pretty funny. The stuff that they tried to do was what they did. At some point, I thought that, like we said, the editing was pretty, when it just fade to black and shit like that. I thought they went really cheap with that, but I don't know if maybe that's what they were trying to do because they were at that point, or they went over budget and spent it all on special effects. I don't know.
On a full body mold of Dolph Lundgren.
Right, exactly. And you got Grace Jones, salary, and you still got that, there was a lot that went into this movie, I thought. But they tried to do, the ending was kind of, I might talk myself down. I'm going to give it a 7. Let me stop right now while the movie's hot.
Okay. Deb?
I really like this movie.
Cool.
This movie, it was fun to watch, and I had to keep in mind that it was an 80s movie, and it was
very, very 80s.
and it was supposed to be a comedy, so a comedy horror, and I think it did its job. I think sometimes it went a little overboard, and sometimes it didn't do enough. I give this movie an 8.
What? 6, 7, 8?
And I will watch this movie again, not anytime soon, but it would be a movie that I would watch.
I watched it twice.
That brings it to a 21, and anybody who knows about math knows if divided by 3, that's 7. So this movie averaged a 7.
That's a good number.
That's a good number. It was decent. Like I said, it did what it's supposed to do. I mean, it was funny, it was scary, and it had good balance.
All right, so I'm rating it on IMDb right now because we go over there and do that. We rated it a 7. Average rating on IMDb is a 5.9.
So we rated it higher.
So 1.3 out of the thousands of people, the 6.9 thousand people that rated it, 18.2% agree with us with a 7. It's a 1.3 thousand. 25% of the people gave it a 6.
Okay.
So I'm right there with the, I don't know, I guess that makes me a follower or something like that. And that makes me very average.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about that.
So I need to go back and I need to do the Shudder rating scale. I think they would do like 4 stars, or was it 5 stars?
Skulls. They do skulls.
Skulls. What is it? Like, we give it like, what, 3.5 maybe?
I don't think they let you do halves.
So would it be a 3 or a 4?
A 3. This would be a 3.
Yeah. All right. I'll try to update that. Hey, guess what, guys?
What's that?
We did another episode.
Oh, shit. Doesn't even seem like it's 1 hour, 34 minutes, 58. 1 hour, 35 minutes. Didn't even seems like it just went by. Man, it was like nothing. Now we're here. We started at the bottom. Now we're here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it all worked out for me.
Have you ever heard? Have I done my James Gandolfini / Rocksteady mutant voice?
Not on here.
Man, I did a voiceover and did a commercial for Collectors Authority, and Kevin Eastman, the guy from Ninja Turtles, was here, and Collectors Authority had this big, huge lot that they bought of all these mint collectible Ninja Turtle toys, right? And so I did the voiceover for it. And it was like, hey, man, at the next Comic-Con, make sure that you see, what was his name? Mr. Kevin Eastman, you know, the guy that came up with the Turtles. And he did the whole voiceover for it and all that. It's pretty cool.
And a lot of the people that went to...
Because they saw the commercial and then they bought all these limited edition.
Yes,
yeah,
man.
They had good stuff there. They're like, yeah, I heard the commercial. I was like, yeah, nice. You know, Mr. Kevin Eastman, the guy from the Turtles, you know.
What'd you get out of it?
I got a mint Bebop. Was it Bebop? Yeah, Bebop on the card, unpunched.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
Bebop and Rocksteady from the Ninja Turtles. You know?
Oh, which one was that? Was that the Warthog, or was that the Rhinoceros? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I remember.
I had a Rocksteady.
Okay. That's what's up.
But it was funny because the commercial started off with the, hey kid. It's like, I like turtles. You know the I like turtles kid? It's like, yeah, I know you like turtles. I like turtles. It's like, whatever. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is just our conversations that we have, and we forget that we're having the cast of the
podcast right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, and now for the rest of the week, I'm going to be talking like this.
Don't burn yourself out, bro.
It's burning right here.
Yeah,
right.
Okay, you need
to go get some lozenges or something.
I have to announce 2 softball games tomorrow. Son of a biscuit.
Yeah, exactly. I told you got to pace yourself, dude. You be stretching yourself. Just come on, Josh. I know we're giving them something special. They just have to relax.
But I like hearing his voices.
I know, like Deb's just going to keep making you go. And, and then Deb starts getting me going. The next thing you know, an hour and a half later, we just not finishing the podcast about a movie that's we talk longer than the goddamn movie.
Yep.
We talked more about Josh's different voices than we did the movie.
Jeez. And it was a good movie.
But it's a good conversation.
Yeah, it is. That's why it's special.
All right, y'all. So let's call it a night. I'm done. I got to go take my medication, my old man medications.
That's cool. And I want to grab me a bite to eat.
All right. So until next time, like I've said before, and I know I'm full of shit with a lot of things, but I mean it when I say this. As much as I appreciate all of our Patreons, our Club 3P, that thank you for helping us run all this stuff, I also appreciate what's even more important. And we also appreciate what's even more important, and that's your time. So thanks for listening. Thanks for spending time with us. And we need to go interactive. We need to have y'all on here. We need you, hitting up the social medias, hitting up the phone, and then we do this shit live. And we'll all mix it up together live.
Yeah, please do. Hit us up, man. Come on. Hit us up, man, and do something, man. Share. Leave a rating. Yes. Yeah. Share, leave a rating, do something like that.
About that, like going live on YouTube, going live on Facebook, something like that.
We'll do whatever it takes. Come on, we can do this. Why not? We'll do an episode. Besides, we got other stuff to do, like it.
Oh
yes. We need to do a big one.
Are we gonna do like both of them together?
Both of them.
We'll discuss that off pod. Off
Yes,
pod.
that's like 10 TV episodes and then 2 movies and then
Off pod. Off pod.
All right,
Off
all right.
pod.
So until next time, I'm Josh.
I'm Cobweb.
And I'm Deb.
And you have been warned. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Hey, and if nobody's told you today, I love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it.
Oh.
Oh. One. That was a callback to us talking about
Bob Marley.